The building is Fontane in the morning. Happy Wednesday. Hope everybody was slept on the right side of the bed. If you didn't, kick everybody else out the fucking house. Because I blame somebody else. If I don't sleep well, it's her fault. Or my dog's.
That's because I pinched you in your sleep.
I'm going to be surprised. Evil as hell. Evil as hell.
Good morning, you guys. We had kind of a slow news day, but there's some follow-ups that I do want to talk about in the beginning. We've been following the case with Caleb Wilson. That's the young man that unfortunately lost his life out in Louisiana at Southern University. So there's been a little bit of conflict that has been going on with Boosie. So Boosie the rapper. So he has an annual bash. It's called the Boosie Bash. Correct. He has it at Southern University. I think we're on like the 6th year at this point. And this year in particular, he says that he was contacted by, it's called Human Jukebox. I don't know if they're like an organization or what their actual like title is, okay. But he partnered with them and they decided to come up with a scholarship. So he was going to donate some of the proceeds from the bash to a scholarship in honor of Caleb Wilson. Well, the family and Louisiana's Attorney General found out about this, and they are not happy at all. They feel like he's using Caleb's name to promote the bash, and they have him tied to it, and he never got consent. No one asked him to do this. Boosie came out afterwards and said, hey, look, like, I don't need to capitalize off of this man's name. Like, I'm doing this in honor of him. And the Attorney General even went as far as saying that he was going to take legal action against him. So he's thinking about canceling the bash, just because he says that he's just really upset about that. Like, how y'all going to make him seem like he's trying to capitalize. So I wanted
So let me hear that again. Mm-hmm. So Boosie is him and Jukebox. Are they attempting to name the scholarship after the boy?
Yeah.
Did I hear that part?
Yeah.
Okay. So I can get that. I can understand. Literally, like, nigga, we've not even talked to you at all. Mm-hmm. So solely under the guise of me losing my son very tragically and very recently, for that matter, I'm gonna need at least some kind of clearance, my nigga. I do understand that.
Oh, Miranda, the bash happened. Okay, so he didn't cancel it.
Right,
that's good.
Yeah,
I'm glad he didn't cancel it.
I'm happy he didn't cancel.
Because that was going to be my point.
However, what the fuck, like, did they stand to, what harm would he have caused by doing this?
I think it's just using his image. They used his image, and I guess it was a flyer going around where Caleb Wilson was like they were.
So you wanted it to be done in good taste, and I think that's probably why. Of course, it's unbeknownst to me. The flyer seems like very bad taste. Mm-hmm. The do not put my deceased son picture and or name on a flyer to promote any motherfucking thing, especially some type of event, mm-hmm. Unless it's literally the something for Caleb Wilson, mm-hmm. Rest in peace. So I can fully understand that. You kind of start. Well, no, actually, fuck that. No, Boosie's wrong.
Yeah.
Boosie and the Jukebox people, whoever came up with the idea, let me say that first. They're absolutely fucking wrong. The family should have been spoke with. The family should have gave clearance on this, and if they did not, then it should have never went this way. You're more than welcome to simply create a scholarship fund without me.
Yeah.
Like, you can create you can call it the whoever the fuck scholarship fund. Like, literally, you can name it whatever you want. So to name it after my son, for that matter, or attempt to use my son's likeness in order to promote said scholarship, I can understand the family feeling like it's bad taste in that. I can't understand prosecuting me on it.
Yeah, the legal action, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Let's see, we got a comment here. Oh, is it AM to Enterprise? Says Al Sharpton. I'm assuming that means Al Sharpton does it all the time and disguise it as being activism, because once he leaves the family never hear from him again.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah.
People they have said shit about Al Sharpton, and yeah, that's why it's because activism can be so coded and you just being a fucked up individual and realizing that you can get some money through a specific form of fashion. So I fully understand that. I can agree as to why the family was like, nah, nigga, get the fuck out of here with that. I can't understand a prosecutor going for legal charges. It just seems like something you scold somebody over and you go about your day.
Yeah, go about your day. Well, they're saying that the bash was held, so
I'm happy. I'm happy because the bash, Boosie's been doing that for a while.
Yeah, and it's not it shouldn't even be a tie to Caleb.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then of course, on top of that, you don't necessarily know what goes on at the bash as well. So you don't want my name tied to something that's completely unbeknownst.
Yeah, violence or anything could come out. So yeah, okay. I'm glad you said that because I agree with that.
Yeah, I'm with the family. I said, Boosie's not wrong in his thought process of wanting to move and move on with or keep that kid's name alive and put it towards something good, a good cause. Because in theory, if it had it went through and everybody was cool and nobody tripped about it, it would be the Caleb Wilson Scholarship Fund. Yeah. So like I don't know if again, rest in peace to Caleb. I don't know if he'll have one moving forward, but of course he had the opportunity at this point in time. So
Right. And another follow up. Remember the twins that from Georgia that were tragically. Yes. We don't know, but the cops have ruled it as a murder suicide right now. There was an actual arrest that wasn't affiliated with them in the murder or anything as far as them goes, but Scott Curlin, a 42-year-old volunteer firefighter, was charged with a misdemeanor for obstruction after he took pictures of their deceased bodies. And somehow these pictures ended up going around at a school out there. And so I don't know. I kept researching to see like how that even happened. I don't know if he sent the picture to like one of his kids at the school, but the photo was going around and the superintendent had to get involved. So that's how they found out about
How the fuck did you get the pictures?
He was on the scene and took pictures.
What kind of weird ass? Yeah. Oh my God.
Because remember they were looking for them. Yeah. Or, no, they found, I'm sorry, there were some hikers that found. Yeah. So I'm assuming between that time of the cops getting there was some type of access that he had to view the body. Which is disgusting.
That's some disgusting. In the school, we're talking high school, middle school? Like,
I'm assuming high school. I was looking like, well, this doesn't make sense to me how it even got that far. But if you send one text message out, who knows who's going to send that to somebody and how that... I remember when that happened with Kobe Bryant.
With Kobe and the people that passed away from that helicopter. Vanessa sued those people. Vanessa, I believe she sued the police department because these were officials who took those pictures and got bucked up off it. So I'm hoping the same with this. That's some weird ass shit. Like these kids are literally murdered, clearly, and like you're no offense to them, but the fuck are you volunteering a volunteer firefighter? Like, what are you doing? What is your mindset? Right. So people confused. Speaking of confusion. Speaking of motherfucking confusion, PJ. Speaking of motherfucking confusion. Stop. Clearly, our Secretary of Defense and a few high appointed cabinet members are confused on how motherfucking group text works. That clearly it's a lot of confusion afoot because yesterday, Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, which again is the opposite of a DEI hire. Trump, Hegseth, Linda McMahon, a few of them in the cabinet. The exact reason DEI hires were created is because people like Pete Hegseth, who can't do a motherfucking job, but solely because he has connections and he's a white man, that he got the job. So yesterday, this motherfucking joke of a Secretary of Defense and his friends put a motherfucking AP reporter in a group text where they were discussing war plans.
Wait. I ain't hip to this. I've been partying all weekend.
Yesterday, so Pete Hegseth is our Secretary of Defense.
So he accidentally put somebody in the group chat that wasn't supposed to be in there.
And the craziest part about it is they tried to spin around and tell us no the fuck they did it. Like it wasn't in our face. So AP, I told y'all a few months ago, not a few months ago, I said a few months ago, like what the fuck was that? Oh, I'm sorry. The White House kicked AP out of the White House. The administration, for that matter, I'm sorry, kicked AP out of the White House, which is a news, channel, mm-hmm. Huge news channel. They've been around forever. Nobody's ever kicked them out of the White House. So now the White House has this hankering for him because I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. I want to get on.
The Atlantic releases
the Atlantic Press
entire signal.
Thank you. So the reporter that they put in the group text accidentally, he got on TV yesterday because he said he got it 2 hours before the actual plans went through when they bombed Yemen, the Houthis. He says, I got the plans 2 hours ahead of time inside of this encrypted app called Signal. He said, of course, it was completely unbeknownst to me. I'm looking at the names. The reason he was accidentally added to the group text is because his initials are JG. His initials are JG alongside a high-level ranking member of the cabinet. So another high, not P. Hegseth, but nonetheless another high-ranking member of the cabinet just typing away added JG, a motherfucking press secretary, into the group text. Starts to literally discuss the war plans. Who we hitting? How we hitting? When we hitting? Where we hitting? We hitting all these niggas. Just discussing it. Text messages. A whole fucking thread. JD Vance is in the thread. The vice president, who's also the opposite of a motherfucking DEI hire because you suck at it. JD Vance.
Oh my God. How do you make a mistake like that?
We are not good at our jobs. We are the reason DEI was created. So that's how we fuck up. Because we're fuck ups.
I have accidentally put people in group chats, and that is one of the worst feelings.
It is the worst fucking. And so keep in mind, they didn't catch this shit until the reporter came out and said.
So they had a whole conversation.
They were so an entire motherfucking conversation about what's going about war, about literally bombing another country. The reporter comes out. And they're like, what you mean a reporter is in our group text? That's a lie. So first they got on TV and denied it. Said, nah, that ain't the case. Weird, because it was already confirmed that the text messages were motherfucking real. So the Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, is in Hawaii yesterday. He gets off his jet. They're like, hey, Pete, what's going on with these text messages, gang? It seems y'all accidentally put someone who without the defense clearance, inside this thread. The first thing Pete does is insult the motherfucker. He ain't even answer the question. The lady said, Pete, what's up with these messages, gang? How this guy get in here? He said, first things first. Your man's is a bitch. He's discredited, okay? He like pushing, like he's a lie pusher. He be peddling trash. They said, all right, Pete, that's fine. But the text messages. Pete said, I ain't do that shit and walked off.
Wow.
On TV. Dead ass looked at us in our eyes and said, no war plans was this verbatim. Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, who was discussing motherfucking war plans, literally in the Signal group text, looked us in the camera and said no war plans was discussed and walked off. And then his entire defense team, the war cabinet, got pressed yesterday by a congressional hearing and all got up there and stood on the line.
I feel like we're watching an episode of
Scandal.
The Residents.
No, it's Scandal.
Oh, it's Scandal.
I wish it was The Residents.
It's Shonda.
It is Shonda. I told y'all Shonda is playing in real life. Shonda is writing this shit. Get Shonda on the line. I'm trying to tell this shit is being written. It's in a joke in front of us. So the entire the war team, the war cabinet says, nah, the nigga basically the nigga lying. And then they went to where he clearly must have hacked into our shit.
Oh. Wow. That's
and then they said, okay, fuck it. Those didn't work. Nigga ain't no war plans in there. That was some shit anybody could read. AP Press, JG, the guy they let in, says, no, it wasn't, gang. I was there. That shit was high level information. I didn't have clearance for that. That's not something you can get out. They said, prove it, bitch ass nigga. We don't trust you. We think you lying. He said, bet. And released the whole motherfucking thread today.
Ooh.
So if we want to catch some Yemen war plans, if we want to see how the Houthis got bombed, we can go read it. Now I know y'all can't read.
Don't do that.
Not y'all.
Not our people. Okay.
So I just want us to understand, number one, the level of hypocrisy we're seeing here is like benign. It is flat. Literally yesterday they was on TV saying basically like, oh well.
Wow.
Literally a senator of Louisiana was on TV saying, oh well. Who cares? He said verbatim, who cares? And these are, again, the motherfucking war cabinet. This is the presidential cabinet who can make a simple mistake as to add a random ass reporter to a fucking war thread. And then get on TV and talk about DEI hires. Y'all are literally incompetent. The president got on TV, followed that yesterday and said, I don't know shit about it. Well, that's weird, President. They're talking about war.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
How the fuck are they bombing countries? And you're unbeknownst to it.
Please. He unbeknownst to anything.
Retardism. It bothers me so much that they're allowed to get on TV and speak about people as if they don't know how to do their jobs when these people literally do not know how to do their jobs. The president, again, the sitting United States president was no politician at any point of his motherfucking career before becoming the president. He wasn't a comptroller. He wasn't a senator, a governor. This nigga wasn't even a school board member. He's never done anything in government and then got the job of the president. I want y'all to understand the reason they created DEI is so shit like that wouldn't happen. Kamala Harris should have been a DEI hire for the president. She would have been, in theory, the first. Because Obama ran against people who could actually do the job, like they were qualified for it. So Obama wouldn't have been a DEI hire because he was going against qualified presidents. Kamala would have been a DEI hire because she was going against unqualified candidate who can barely fucking read. But you know, it's multiple hearings. They're still down on the Capitol talking about it. The Congress is not letting it go at motherfucking all, which I hope and pray. The one thing I want Pete Hegseth fired. I want Pete Hegseth fired. Mm-hmm. And the reason I want Pete Hegseth fired because he is the exact epitome of the reason DEI was created. He's the exact epitome of why affirmative action was created, which was really for us. The thought process that because you're a white man that you are good at the job is I think one of the worst things about our fucking country. But it's the exact reason, again, that DEI initiatives were created. Pete Hegseth was never, ever qualified for this job. And yesterday, he just literally got in front of the entire country and showed us why.
Wow. I cannot believe that. That's like childish. Like, how do you just, in a group chat, it's on a private app?
Group chat. It's called Signal app, which is funny because they told it was already discussed that this app wasn't that secure, that it can be broke into. So that's why now Congress is looking for criminal charges because this is a what do you call it when you a breach of national security. Thank you. Yeah. It is a breach of national security because we don't know how many of these motherfucking text messages have been seen by the others. China, Russia, so on and so forth. Who can hack this shit? We told y'all to stop. They told them to stop using Signal to discuss highly qualified information, highly sophisticated information, and they did it anyway. So now, if anything's leaked, somebody need to go to jail anyway. But P. Hegseth needs to get fired.
Yeah, absolutely.
P. Hegseth has to get fired.
But Trump, you think Trump gonna do that?
No. And yesterday, one of the things they were doing yesterday, just kept bringing up Hillary. They brought up Hillary. You heard Hillary name 100 times yesterday out of 100 different Republicans' mouths. Oh,
Hillary Clinton.
Oh, what about Hillary's emails?
Oh.
We were investigating Hillary. What about her emails?
Oh, God.
Hillary Clinton never even won. Like, why are we talking about this bitch? She lost.
She did.
We just keep bringing up losers.
They been bringing up Obama. Like, what?
Obama ain't been here in 8 years. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Oh, y'all wasn't tripping on Hillary emails? Yes, they were. That bitch was about to go to jail.
Yes, like, they threw, like...
She was being investigated by the FBI. And one of the a motherfucking head representative, I'm gonna go ahead and get his job again. A head representative of the FBI on TV yesterday saying, well, I don't really know if we need to press for any criminal charges based on them not attempting to hide the information. The reporter that was talking to him says, getting the app that they use, it's set to delete automatically. In this app, whatever you text, it is set to delete rather a week or 4 weeks later based on the time span that you use in order to do so. Push the button for me. So it's automatically set to delete, which means that you are going to attempt to hide said information that you of course were typing down, because it's automatically going to be deleted. So as the reporter brings this up, he's like, well, yeah, I mean, but they weren't intentionally trying to hide it. Like, no, nigga, that's the actual point of the app.
Yeah. So
I don't have to worry about hiding it. It does it itself.
Wow. That is terrible.
Hey, look, my man, Cuz Lightyear said they attacked Obama because he wore a cream suit on Easter. They attacked Obama for 3 months for wearing that. Got 6 months. They attacked Obama for half a year for wearing that motherfucking cream suit. They attacked Obama for 6 months for wearing a tan, lightly cream suit on Easter.
And 8 years later, let a reality TV star.
A reality TV host who, might I add, raped somebody.
Ooh. Okay. Do you like Jasmine Crockett?
That's a strong question.
Do you dislike her? Does she annoy you?
There it is. I love Jasmine Crockett. I hope she don't see this. I fuck with her. I love Jasmine Crockett.
Does she follow you?
No, I don't believe so. I follow her though. I don't believe so, but I follow her. I think she's a lovely woman. I think what she's doing, I think she's absolutely needed. She is a pillar in what we are attempting to do here, and she is important. She annoys the fuck out of me, cause she's an older black woman who I love Jasmine Crockett. Don't take this shit nowhere. She is an older.
What you mean older? How old?
That sounds so. Exactly.
Is she a millennial?
Yes, but she's an older black woman. Jasmine Crockett, in my opinion, is older than she actually is, attempting to be her actual age, and is cringy as fuck. That's the only. She does. Jasmine Crockett hangs around a lot of white women, and so her black woman-esque is very strong. And when I say hang around, she works around them. So her black woman-esque is very strong in the room. It's like, hey, I'm big. Y'all are. As black women, y'all are usually big in rooms, and not like physically, of course. Like your personality shows, your voice carries and transcends through the room, so on and so forth. She's an amazing woman, a lawyer, an accredited lawyer, a congresswoman. Again, a complete necessity to this. I don't want to hear her talk so much, unless it's work type time. I sound like a fucking hater. I just think she's cringy. It just cringes me up. I'm a stand with her. Literally, she could be next to me in a fight, cringing me up. I'm with her. It's the backing. I don't want to hear her. I don't want to see her do like TikTok dances and shit like that. And mainly because of how important I think she is to the figurehead. That's why I want to. The Democratic Party is looked at oftentimes as a fucking joke, and it's even looked at as a joke by Democratic supporters, who I'm not. I don't support no motherfucking politician unless you're a good person and on the right side of things. But the Democratic Party is often looked at as signs of a joke. I'll show y'all right now a motherfucking tweet where they had, it was like, I want to say 10 maybe Democratic congressmen. They were all women, I believe. And they were doing that. They like dropped down and did like that ready pose thing. And it was the worst fucking thing they could have recorded.
It was that bad.
I was so mad watching the video. Every new congressman or senator they showed, whatever it was, bothered me more than the one previous.
So basically saying they like old when they trying to stay hip.
Yes, and you don't have to.
Okay.
You don't have to because realizing that professionalism can transcend to the younger bracket. Now I get it. If you want to attach, to a younger demographic of voters, because you have to. Get someone younger. And understanding that leadership inside of the Democratic Party needs to understand that. Get someone younger. I don't feel like that about AOC at all.
Yeah.
Who again, I'll stand right next to. Jasmine and AOC, and I'll fight to the death for both of them. AOC does not do extremely cringy things.
Maybe it's not cringy to the young kids. Maybe it's just only cringy to us. You know what I mean?
And exactly. So what young kids care about this shit like we do?
I mean,
if you're 16 and 17, I don't give a fuck if you like me anyway. You can't help. Right now, at least.
Only One Sweet says, yes, I'm all for her being relatable, but it's just too much sometimes. Calling Governor Abbott Hot Wheels is funny for kitchen table talk, but like, girl, why are you saying this from a podium? Exactly.
So it's like, and my thing is, so when you look at that on both sides, right? The literal president gets on stage and attacks people. In fact, got on stage and because they're saying when he made that, this is in his first campaign, and he made a joke about a special needs reporter, and he did the, I don't want to get into that, but literally making fun of someone, a handicapped person and a special needs. The literal U.S. president did that. So she's like, nigga, there's no decorum in the room. Why do I have to follow it? I get that. I'm all for that. Absolutely, there's no decorum, and we shouldn't have to, all right, we'll turn the cheek and we'll be the bigger person. No. Find somebody who likes to get down on that level. Like, there's a Democrat who don't have decorum. Drag his white ass out here and let him put on a show.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Because there's someone for everything.
Yeah.
They don't bring out Donald for decorum. In fact, they walked their president out to be a sleaze bag. And he's held that since 2015. He stood on, I'm a piece of shit in public.
Yeah.
And it's consistent with his message. It's consistent with his party. It's consistent with his actions in front of us. Jasmine, I'm looking at you as a decorated lawyer and congresswoman. I don't need you to relate to no young niggas. In fact, I need you to relate to me. And I would never do no motherfucking TikTok dance and things of that nature. So again, I love her. Like I stated, I love her. She's a necessity. She's important, and we must protect her at all costs. She just also must stop looking at TikTok and thinking, well, let's do that as well.
I'm ready for the White House to just kind of be back, like, sophisticated and poised. Like, all of this, I just don't like the energy anymore. And I get, like, people trying to be more relatable. Times have changed. But I don't know. It feels a little forced sometimes.
And that's all it is. Like I said, what we need here in this fight moving forward is boisterous people, which is why I appreciate Jasmine, because she's working and she's on TV in front of y'all. Mm-hmm. The reason this president is so effective with his messaging, regardless if it's wrong or lies or whatever it is, the reason he's so effective with his messaging is because for 10 years now, again, 10 years, 2015, he has been on TV constantly. It does not matter if he is motherfucking lying. He will sit in front of us on a camera and lie. It does not matter if everything he said can be debunked. He will type it and put it on his website. It does not matter. We've not heard Kamala since the bitch lost. Which I don't need to. It's not her fight. But understanding.
Don't be calling her a bitch.
understanding identity politics is how is how white men move their country. By identifying with you on a personal level. Regardless if we can actually identify. When they tell you, when they look the country in the eyes and tell you there's a foreign invasion and we're all, they're attacking us all, and no white man has actually had any issue with the foreigner, that's identity politics to make you feel like your freedoms are being taken, your land has been taken, your jobs have been, something of that nature, which is why they bring Kid Rock out to connect with.
Yep.
Which is why they bring hillbilly farmers out to. It's all identity politics.
Roseanne.
Suburban white mom. We know how to connect y'all. They thought the Democratic Party, when the Democratic Party bought out Megan Thee Stallion.
What about it?
That was identity politics. The thought process was, we know a lot of young black women like Megan Thee Stallion. We're going to bring Megan Thee Stallion out here. That connects them to the Democratic Party. Mm-hmm. We're turned up. Huge motherfucking mistake. Because yes, a lot of young black women, or a lot of black people for that matter, like Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah. I literally, the moment she got up there, I almost took my vote back. I almost...
What was so bad about it?
That Megan... I legitimately... The people that the Democratic Party picked to bring out and endorse Kamala, I believe, outside of the fact that they cheated the motherfucking election, was one of the major reasons that they lost. I genuinely believe that.
The pandering.
Yes. Megan Thee Stallion has no fucking connection to any kind of political
that was
affiliate at all. Then she got up there and did body yada yada. Do you want us to lose?
I kind of needed that.
We actually did.
We did. We lost.
You should get that back.
And we did, and we lost.
And you wonder why. That's what I mean, and I'll tie that to the Jasmine thing. There's I'm not looking to be respected in front of others. That's not my game plan. In fact, I don't give a fuck how you feel about us moving forward. What I'm saying is be respected amongst my peers. I don't care how the other group feels. I care about how we feel. And if anybody thinks the idea to bring Megan Thee Stallion up and perform body yada yada at the DNC was a good idea, then we can discuss it.
I like Megan Thee Stallion. I don't know. I think some people kind of feel like we water ourselves down to impress white people. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it's like, oh, don't look ghetto, don't look this in front of them.
It's called assimilation.
Yes.
Realizing that when they desegregated things and allowed us into the spaces, you now had to get as close to white as possible. Assimilation is what foreigners do. Mm-hmm. They realize, okay, well, y'all mistreat niggas and anything that's a little darker, so how can I get as close to white as possible? Assimilation of your neighborhood, assimilation of your work, assimilation of your food that you eat, because you're a cultural, of course, branding based on where you come from, assimilation of who you date, assimilation of how you talk to these people, assimilating at work, because if I go to work and my boss disrespects me, I don't have a job that day. But if I know, or feel for that matter, that I want, and if anything, I kind of need to be in this spacing, then if my boss disrespects me, I'm gonna stand for it. There's two ways, of course, to be in this land, and assimilation was taught to us to make us feel as though the good way, how you supposed to act, is how the white people act, when in reality there's I don't know who's here.
All right, so let's pivot. Do we want to talk about some relationship stuff?
No, I want to answer to Uniquely Made's question.
Oh.
Is it not the same as Nelly Snoop performing for Trump? They have no foot in politics either. They are artists who perform for money. That's it. You're absolutely right. First things first, fuck Snoop and Nelly forever. Again, as I told people when that originally happened, the reason I make content for Snoop and Nelly is because they're uncountable, especially Snoop Dogg. We don't even actually support Snoop Dogg. Like, you don't buy Snoop Dogg's stuff. And I don't know how to cancel Snoop Dogg, to be real.
We can't cancel.
I don't think Snoop Dogg.
Canceled,
I don't think Snoop Dogg's even cancelable. So he don't even have shows. We don't watch his shows. We don't buy his products. He don't really make music, so we don't listen to his music. So Snoop Dogg's just this entity, which is why, in my opinion, it was kind of whatever, nigga. Just go be a fucking weirdo in peace. Mm-hmm. Nelly, in my opinion, you fucked up, nigga.
Nelly was already on.
Because Nelly, you ain't Snoop Dogg, you bitch. and you're not gonna violate me because he did his whole interview. I'm performing at the White House. It don't matter who in the White House. You got a dick, nigga. What do you mean it don't matter? Yes, the fuck it do. You're not gonna trick me with that corny ass shit. Realizing. So to answer your question uniquely, yes, it's the same, in my opinion, absolutely, and it's realize what you're doing for your platform. So if I get up, if somebody as a comedian, somebody calls me to some shit that really don't fit me, and I get up there and everybody hate me for it, is it like, well, I was just trying to make some money?
They also have very huge white followings. Like Nelly, y'all know how Nelly is. I'm not gonna call him corny, but this current generation don't really like fool with Nelly like that.
Well, I mean, Nelly's 40 and some change, ain't he?
Exactly.
He's an older artist. Nelly was hot, literally like 25.
Yeah.
Like so do the math, and I'm not. My thing about watching black people, especially black celebrities, because COINTELPRO, the FBI created this. The FBI created this program to take out black leaders. Long story short, the idea was set that if you see a black person and they're actually developing a following from Martin Luther King and down, chip his ass. If you can't pay him off first. If you can't pay the black person off, man or woman, chip his motherfucking ass. But before you do that, make sure that you try to tear down their legacy in betwixt that. So, in this spacing here, COINTELPRO to me is reality, and they still hire specific people to do specific jobs, i.e. push and pedal. I believe, I've been telling people this for years, I believe extreme, like, what is it called, hardcore rap with a lot of violence in our community, I believe that shit is funded directly from said program. I think that they go and find street niggas who said live this life or even don't, and make sure that they pay them their studio time in order to promote their records, in order to keep a perpetuated sound going through our community for the last 60 years. Hip hop has been around since the early 80s. So you do the math. 50 plus years. So as you realize, our stories were hardcore, but it was hip, the hop, the hip, the hop, and then the guy walked down the street, then he shot me, and now it's, I break in your house, I murder the whole family, I ain't got no friends. Like,
that is so
true. So peeping game that certain things are funded in order to continually perpetuate it, moving down in the line. So what was I saying at the beginning of that? Celebrities, yes. So don't even be like thrown off by certain celebrities. They're funded for that. That's their thing. That's why everybody's opinion don't mean shit to me. In fact, a lot of opinions don't mean more often than not.
Okay. You got any more comments?
My man's Mr. said gangster rap wasn't a thing until 1984, if I'm not mistaken. And even then, it wasn't. I'll have to go fair because really, West Side niggas brought gangster rap out. Rap music was created in the East Coast and in Harlem and Bronx. It, of course, as it starts to span out, when it gets to West Side, who of course was gang initiated, Gang Island, that's when it was like, all right, nigga, hey, we in a street. And then, of course, it takes its way back from the west. It gets deeper and darker on back going towards the other side. And let me say that, too, because I'm not even against, like, gangster rap. I'm not like that. In fact, I promote and perpetuate my motherfucking self. I'm also just under the understanding that it's an art form. And I think that's where the coin to a pro breaks up.
Yeah.
Realizing that 50 Cent, who is I'm going to say the bad word, far from a pioneer of gangster rap, but one of a huge pillar of gangster rap for shit sure. Get Rich or Die Trying came out. It was nothing ever like that. Understanding that and that came out in 2003 or something like that. I was a fucking kid.
Yeah.
I knew the whole tape, and I had never killed a man and didn't want to. Don't plan on it even now.
It never even registered to me.
Yes.
And 50 Cent Die Hard Trying was my favorite album, and I was in there, knew every lyric.
So I say all that to say, paying attention to celebrities is important. On a double-sided ledger, paying attention to who is being paid, and paying attention to the ones who aren't, because those are the ones, of course, we need to follow. Mm-hmm. What you got for me?
Okay. Really quick, Juju Watkins.
Fuck!
Man. She's out. ACL. See, your dog is concerned.
For those who don't know, Juju Watkins is I think she's 6'2", which is insane.
I did not know she was that tall.
Juju was tall. Juju Watkins, if I'm not mistaken, is a 6'2" guard out of the USC. Can you not? As a 6'2", 2 guard out of USC. She's in her sophomore season at this moment in time. A day or two, I want to say 2 days ago, she just tore her ACL, if I'm not mistaken. Get real soon. Of course, a huge injury like that, it always sucks. It always sucks to any athlete, of course, to see them get injured. Always sucks. I don't really have too much concern about her. I think she gets healthy, she gets right back out and kills. And might I add, Juju is a killer in a sense of, I hate that this even happened because it takes time off of her career to get all these numbers. Mm-hmm. But she was going to break like 20 fucking records, or is for that matter still. Now she might break 18 or 17 based on, of course, how much time she missed.
Yeah.
But Juju she's already owns records. Some of Caitlin Clark's records, in fact, in her second year. By the time she gets to a senior, which in women's college basketball, you have to play all 4 years. By the time she got to her senior year, she was going to be touted as a top 5 women's college basketball player of all time based on what she was already doing. Damn. So I'm hoping that her ACL heals normally. She gets her pop back. She gets her athleticism. She gets everything she had before she popped it the other night. Come back with a vengeance in her junior season. And just to let all the basketball hoes know they can't rock with her.
Yes.
She is like, no. And women. That's not good. Let me say that right now.
Oh.
It's y'all motherfucking fault, girls. Y'all are the reason. Porsha's the reason right now. Watch this, Porsha. Name me 5 WNBA basketball players.
Caitlin. Oh, sorry.
No.
Caitlin Clark.
Okay.
My Barbie Bayou.
Bayou Barbie.
Angel
Reese.
Juju Watkins.
Juju Watkins in college.
Oops. Asia
Wilson. Yep. You see that? It's all y'all motherfucking fault, girls.
I do not.
It's all y'all motherfucking fault, girls. I've been trying to tell y'all. The WNBA is supplemented from the NBA. The NBA pays for the WNBA because women do not support women. In fact, women hate women. And if women didn't hate women so much, the WNBA would be motherfucking monumental. All the girls would be millionaires, and they wouldn't be online complaining about trying to get some more money on. Brittany Garner, she wouldn't have. Brittany, I said Garner. Brittany Griner, she would have never went to Russia and got arrested if women didn't hate women.
This is embarrassing. He's trying to embarrass me. Listen,
I don't
turn
this shit up.
I don't participate in all of the basketballs. I mean, I stay up with the hot
all
topics.
of the basketball.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't use me as an example.
No. I use PJ purposely. I know PJ is not a sports girl. The fact of the matter is, you don't even know 5 WNBA players.
I do.
Go ahead. Give me the other. So you got which is cheating, might I add. Caitlyn and Angel is fucking cheating. But go ahead.
How is it cheating?
Aja, Caitlyn, Angel. Who was it?
Brittany.
Brittany Griner. Give me your 5. Can you tell me 3 WNBA legends?
Yeah. Lisa Leslie.
There it is. Who's considered the best women's basketball player of all time?
Of all time.
Y'all hate each other. You
I have a bad memory.
You don't have to be a sports enthusiologist to know y'all best players of all time. Y'all don't watch sports, which means y'all don't support each other because y'all hate each other, and it's all girls' fault. I just wanted to put that information out there.
Come on, y'all help me out. Diana Taurasi, Cheryl.
Okay.
Cheryl Swoops. I know her because
I'm waiting on Maya.
Who? Don. Who's Don?
Don Staley. Don Staley is not, but Don Staley is the coach of South Carolina.
Parker. Who's Parker?
Candace Parker's tough.
I do know
Candace Parker's tough. Candace Parker's dead tough.
Damn. Okay, look, I don't care.
Exactly. I'm trying to tell y'all, women could have had a motherfucking football league by now. If y'all was like, you know what, we gonna stand up for it. It's more women here than men. Y'all know, even on the planet, fuck America, on the planet is more women than men. So imagine, let's make matters even worse. Watch this, girls. When's the last time the women's? No, better question. When was the last time the men's national soccer team won a World Cup?
Recently, right?
Never. When's the last time the women's national soccer team won a World Cup?
2 years ago.
They won 3 World Cups in a row. The American women won 3 World Cups in a row. Porsha can't name me one soccer player.
I don't play no soccer. I'm not a sports girly.
3 World Cups in a row. American women can't name me 2 American soccer players. And I'll give you a hint. One of them, her dad played with Michael Jordan, and he was a weird nigga.
Her dad played with Michael Jordan. He was a weird nigga. So her dad, Michael Jordan, the Bulls, Michael Jordan, like Chicago. Her daddy, Pippen.
Scottie Pippen is a weird nigga.
Oh, Dennis Rodman.
There he is.
Okay.
Trinity Rodman plays.
Boom! Got it!
Oh my God. Cheating.
Why are you doing this to me?
No,
y'all just trying to humiliate me in front of all my friends.
I just want y'all to see, because I'm about to make her watch sports all day. I just want y'all to see, women. Next time y'all say, oh, men hate women. If you see this shit anywhere online, anywhere about anything, I don't care what it's about, stand up for the men. Women hate women far more than men do. Men are just mean.
Okay, if you ask this to 2 of my other friends that watch sports, they can answer every question. You can't ask this from me and then try to prove a point to them, because you know I don't watch basketball.
They can't either. I'll literally.
They just got in the comments and named all of them.
They got Google. We can do. Me and you. We gonna set up a women's sports trivia show. That's what we gonna do. We gonna set up a women's sports trivia show. I'm gonna offer somebody motherfucking rent if she can answer 10 sports trivia questions.
The only women who know about sports are women who played sports. A lot of us didn't play it.
So I'm not in the NFL.
Okay, but NFL is
You ain't never seen me get no rebound or dunk on no nigga.
The NFL is different because it's exciting.
So what you're saying is women's basketball is boring.
I mean, it's not as exciting. Okay, let me just shut the fuck up because it ain't my ministry, all right? Women's basketball, men's basketball. I mean, I'll watch a basketball game if it's on the TV, you know what I'm saying? But to know the stats and they went to college and she had 15 assists and she broke her ankle twice. I don't be knowing all of that. It's too many people, too. I don't even know how y'all keep up with all these people. It's 10,000, 15,000 players.
If you have a daughter, especially a younger, I have a cousin. Both of his daughters are in basketball. Most of my cousins, actually, all of my cousins, girl kids are in sports. Put your fucking kids in sports, especially your daughter in sports. Because not only will she not grow up to be like BJ.
I played basketball in the 6th grade. And then I became a cheerleader. And a performer and a singer. I'm an artist girl. Ask me about music, and I'll kill the game.
Talk to her. All right. Most women who I've met, especially and thinking about this as when I say it too, most women who I've met who play sports are a lot cooler than the girls who didn't.
I ain't gonna lie.
Their personalities,
they are cool.
Their personalities, their the way they treat people, the way they talk to people. There's something about sports, whatever it does to a woman. I think it does that to men too. But whatever sports do to a woman, whatever sports do to a woman, it makes them a lot better.
Two of my favorite homegirls, and yes, I do have favorites. You know, y'all know how y'all have the people that you just it's a good vibe all the time. You know, they love sports.
I'm trying.
And play sports.
Think about it right now, y'all. Think about the girl, not y'all, men. Think about the girls that actually know sports. Think about them. The ones you can sit down and actually have a sports combo with.
But you know the girls be hating on them. They be like, yes. "Oh, you
doing it for the men, yeah."
Yeah, you male centered and.
Which is crazy as hell.
Which is the reason why over the last 2 years I've been trying to learn about football because I realize it's such a huge part of men's lives. And I don't want to be that girl that's like, can't go to a game and understand what's going on. Yeah. Basketball, I'll watch it, just to... I can keep up with the current game, but it doesn't interest me to be like, keeping up with the stats.
You need to know all the stats. Mimi underscore says, it teaches us to collaborate. The girls who never play sports try to compete in other areas because y'all are ultra competitive, and I don't think that. Let me say that too in the spacing because we got to get out of here in a second. I believe I'm not a girl, wasn't raised one. Praise God. Subconsciously, I believe women are made to compete against each other a lot younger. We are thrusted into sports. And men are allowed to physically compete before women are. Unless y'all are in combat sports, if I'm not mistaken, unless y'all are in combat sports, which is literally fighting, then y'all don't have physical sports when you're young. Mm-hmm. I could be wrong. So that level of physicality allows men to compete on that playing field. So then that way we don't have to leave this area, whatever kind of sport it is. We don't have to then go away and still attempt to compete. We had our competition here. In a woman's aspect or mindset, or life for that matter, from your perspective, if you're not made to compete, where can I put this competition, this competitive fire that burns in me? I can't put it nowhere except on niggas. So
I get that.
So if a girl thinks she gonna out nigga me, what's up, bitch? I'm the nigga queen. And that goes in. I mean, if you're a cheerleader, you know that y'all was catty as fuck in there.
Very.
So that's where you were able to put your competitive spirit. That was why you don't have a lot of it. You were able to pour your competitive spirit in there. Once you leave that realm, your realization is I'm better than y'all over there. I don't need to be better than y'all over here.
Yeah.
Well, Mrs. Hot Pussy got to show y'all that she can fuck like nobody else because she never played sports. And that's why she fucked all y'all men. This is Fontane.
Okay, well, that was an interesting little correlation there. But, crazy enough, I do kind of see it. Like, I get it. Damn. How we we get to here from there?
I totally forgot. I don't even know how the hell we got there. I'm happy we got there. Get me out of here. What you got last week and move over? Can you move?
Oh goodness.
What you got, P?
I have a question.
Okay.
That I saw on. I don't know if I want to ask that question.
Nah. What?
This one.
Is marriage still worth it, or has it become an outdated concept that doesn't work anymore? Is marriage still worth it, or has it become an outdated concept that doesn't work anymore? No, that's a dumbass question. And I'm happy it was asked. It was from the Shade Room, right?
Yes.
I'm happy that came from the Shade Room because it allows us to see how fucking dumb the Shade Room is. Marriage literally works if it works for you. Like, there's people try to make things yes or no too often in this world, and we are complicated. Like, we are complex creatures. And what works for me literally does not work for my little brother who looks just like me. Nigga kind of sound like me too. In fact, we share a lot of similarities, yet not a lot by far as well. So the concept that one thing, this solar idea of marriage not being applicable to all is insanity. I think we need to very, very, very quickly get away from conversations like that. Because you're in my opinion, you're spoiling people who haven't even come to
haven't even had a chance.
Imagine if that works on me. I've never been married. Imagine if that works.
I believe it's been working.
Maybe marriage is for weak and lame niggas like it. And it's as the poison continues to ensue, and through our community specifically, fuck everybody else. As the poison continues to riddle through our community, we have to stop each other. Number one, get back to love. And the reason this question is being asked because relationships are now becoming so transactional. So to think that, well, if I'm not gaining in my marriage and I'm only giving, there ain't no point in me getting in one, and vice versa. I don't see relationships like that.
And we're highlighting drama and breakups and divorces, and so it's in our face where it looks like, oh, everybody's getting divorced. And that's not true. Yeah, I know plenty of happily married people, y'all. So just find your person, and try to make it work. But I don't think that marriage is.
I think what happened, especially in today's life and times, the people are seeing other things and comparing their lives to them far too much. And if me and PJ was comparing our relationship to, if I was comparing my relationship to Jay-Z's, I was like, man.
Especially celebrities, because you don't know what the hell be going on in
PJ sing, but she ain't doing a world tour like Beyonce. I need a new wife like that. Comparison is the thief of joy, and realizing that oftentimes we are taking our happiness and holding it up to someone else's and trying to see whose happiness looks the better. Just hold yours up to the light and make sure it feels good. And we can go on from there. And when you do that, you take that, of course. Can you get that? Is it possible? You got to slide it into the joint. Sorry, TikTok. TikTok be tripping on me and tell me I need to get the hell out of here soon. When you do that, when you take your joy and you hold it up to someone others, and if theirs is a little shinier, you're going to see that. You're going to feel, of course, a level of self-conscious that you shouldn't. So in this aspect, the thought that marriage, something that's been here forever,
the institution
does not yet, the institution of it can't work abroad, walk away from these conversations.
And y'all have not done character development. Y'all have not learned how to conflict resolve.
Y'all be pieces of shit.
Y'all have bad attitudes. Like, there's a lot of like personal growth that isn't there, that is affecting the relationship, so just work on yourself and find your people. My
girl CJ said 8 years of marriage. Marriage is work, and a lot of people don't want to do the work. And that's the reality of it. I've been working Fuck, I gotta work for it. If it ain't easy, I don't want it. Well, I ain't never had nothing that I actually wanted that was easy.
Yeah. I mean, and it can get easy once you do the work. You know what I mean? But a lot of y'all come in with certain expectations, things that y'all seen on social media. Y'all dating for the aesthetic, dating for transactions, what you can get out of it, and not really meeting somebody that you genuinely like, that you're friends with, that y'all have things in common. You're not actually taking the time to build a life with this person, build a routine. Like, half of y'all got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like, all these different things that is going to affect the long-term possibility. No, you're not going to stay with somebody long-term and make it to marriage. If every time y'all get into an argument, you storm out and you leave. You cuss him out. You break his phone. He leave. He go date somebody else. You talking to, you know, like, no marriage ain't going to work out.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know? So it works if you work. If you communicate.
And I think what y'all don't do often, too, in my opinion, not y'all specifically, of course, but what I think people don't often do is compare, like, bad to bad, to be real. Like, I think often we see, especially, like, as I was speaking to comparing your relationship, you see the good parts of people's relationship and you just, you know, like, that's all they got. Like, there can't be no bad. I ain't never seen no bad. Nah, nigga. Go find the bad in they shit and compare your bad. Like, well, they shit way worse, so we should be good together. Like, it's always this is your shit is better than mine, so then I must do better. And it's, again, comparison being a thief of joy. You're never going to be completely happy in anything. Like, nothing's perfect. So find what's perfect for you. Please. And you can move forward with that. Yeah. I am going to breakfast. This is Fontane in the Morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am with the radiant Porsha J. Thank you guys for tuning in as always. It is Wednesday morning. We'll be back Friday morning. I'm about to make PJ post all our links on to all the websites. She's gonna be working all day. Yeah. I'm about to go eat some breakfast.
We about to start posting more clips. Yes. Building up our own. We have a separate Instagram, Fontane in the Morning, that I need you guys to subscribe follow us and subscribe to our YouTube so we can continue to expand and grow with you all. And we appreciate y'all for the commentary that y'all give us in the lives, because it helps, you know, make our show more entertaining. So
this is completely unbeknownst to y'all. I just figured out the name of that motherfucking guy who added JG to the group text. His name is Mike Waltz. He is the director of the NSA.
Damn.
The National Security. Yeah, damn.
I gotta watch this.
I'll keep y'all updated, man. I'll see y'all on Friday. This is Fontane in the Morning, featuring Porsha J. Y'all be safe.
Bye, y'all.